My dear students, good morning. Now, today we see our lesson number 11. You open your textbook and lesson number 11. The discomfitures of the Saiste Khan. Okay. Now, in 10th lesson, we saw the Shivaji Maharaj defeated the Adil Shah. The effect of this, the Adil Shah of Bijapur could not force Shivaji to surrender. Okay. Now the you open your lesson number 11, open your textbook or listen carefully what I say. Okay. Shaiste Khan's campaign. In the spite of the repeated efforts in which he left no stone unturned, the Adil Shah of Bijapur could not force Shivaji to surrender. Now the every Sardar of Bijapur who was sent against the Shivaji was defeated. Now the Adil Shah at last gave up the fight, made peace with the Shivaji and gave the recognize to his independence kingdom. Shivaji thus had the peace for some times on his the southern border. In the meanwhile, the constant Mughal attacked Mughals, the North Basha in Delhi, Agra. The Mughal attacks from the north had the practically ruined the Maharashtra. Shivaji therefore turns his attentions northward and carried out the raid in the territories of the Mughal emperors Aurangzeb. This enraged the Aurangzeb and he sent the Shaiste Khan, his uncle, to deal with the Shivaji and teach him a lesson. The Shaiste Khan, with a army of the 75,000 men and the hundreds of the elephant, camels, and the pieces of the cannons, march on Pune. On the way, he captures the town of Siural, Shivapur, Saswad, and finally laid siege to the fort of Purandhar. Nothing could stop his advance, but once the Maratha army surrounded him in the mountain pass, the Maratha troop moved very fast on their swift Bhimthadi ponies. They also traveled the very light. They could traverse the hills and the valleys in the shortest possible time. On the army rations consisting of the onion and the bajra bread or bajra bhakar. This type of the warfare, the perfected by the Marathas, was unknown to Shaiste Khan. Tired of the continuous harassments by the Maratha troops, he at last, the Shaiste Khan at last raised the siege of the Purandhar. Now, and he carried towards the Pune. He carried towards the Pune, the Shaiste Khan, Firangoji Narsad. Now, in the between the Purandhar fort and the Pune, now lay the ones of the fort Chakan. The Shaiste Khan then continues his march on Pune. The first, he captures the fort of the Chakan. The Firangoji Narsad fought to defend the fort with the great bravery and skill against the army of the Shaiste Khan. For 2 months, he kept the Shaiste Khan at bay. But He was helpless. Firangoji was the helpless against the guns of the Shaiste Khan. Shaiste Khan was much impressed with the way Firangoji defended the fort and offered him the service with the Mughal emperor. The Firangoji, however, refused his tempting offer. Okay. Now, after then, Shaiste Khan reached in the Pune. Shaiste Khan in Lal Mahal. The Shaiste Khan captures the Pune, came to the Pune and made Lal Mahal the Shivaji's residence, his headquarters. Shivaji and his men left the Pune. After then, when the Shaiste Khan captured the Pune and Shaiste Khan made his headquarters in the residence of the Shivaji Maharaj, Lal Mahal. Then the another year, 1 year passed. Then another year passed. The Shaiste Khan would not leave Pune. On the countries, his troop would raid the Shivaji's territories, destroy the crop, and take away the cattle. In this way, he started devastating the surrounding countryside. The Shivaji Maharaj waited 1 year, 2 years, but the Shaiste Khan would not lose the Pune. After that, the Shivaji Maharaj decided and made a bold plans against the Shaiste Khan. Okay. Now, thank yous. Now, today's our first part is the finish. The next day we take the next parts of our lesson number 11. Goodbye. See you again. Read this lesson carefully. Okay.